close this door. All right, YouTube's on too, so we're good. All right, let's just put on the intro and allow people time to come in, and then we'll get the girls up here. All right, it's gonna be a special show today. Got a Trinity panel. Welcome everybody to Soul Speaks 5D. We got a special show today with three beautiful beloved sisters, Maja Metličar, who's been on quite a few times, Henrietta, Gothe-Ellis, who Morgan's tried to get on a few times, but she's finally here, and then also Kailani. Sorry about messing up the names, ladies, but I'll do the best I can. All right, so let's get the ladies up here. Hang on. All right, let's see. Maja, and Kaya. That name's easier. All right. There's that, Jean. Okay, let's see here. What's happening? Let me unmute you. Henrietta's good. Maya's good, and Kaya, let's see, hang on. Let me get her to start her video. 1 second. Henrietta, you're sideways.
Yeah.
It's okay with me, but
Oh no, I tried to set this up. I'm on my mobile, so I don't want to have to hold it. Why? Yeah, let me try.
I usually get like a cloth or a towel, and when I use my phone. Oh, you got it figured out. Hello, ladies. What's happening? What's going on this today? We got about 50 people on Facebook and 10 on YouTube. It's good to see y'all, and I'm excited to be spending time with y'all on my day off. I told Morgan only for special purposes, and she said it's Maja and these ladies. I said that's fine. I got no problem with that.
Oh, thank you.
No, I got no problem with that. It's nice to finally meet you, Henrietta, and it's a pleasure to meet you, Kaya. Kaya, is that your name? And I understand y'all are in 3 different locations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going. Where are you at? Bali?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I'm in Egypt.
You're in Egypt. Do you live in Egypt?
I do now.
How long you been living in Egypt?
I've been traveling around here for about 8 weeks, and yeah, I found myself.
Have you run it? Have you run into Rick Jewers?
I have. We've had a few meetings.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it's telepathy. That's all I'm going to say about that. So you guys, the ball's in your court. I'm just honored that y'all are here. Thank you for coming in to share space with us. You know, Maja is one of my favorite people to have a discussion with, and so you guys, yeah, you're on the same level as her, or you wouldn't be here. So thank you for coming in, and I'm going to let you guys take it over or start it out. Who wants to go first?
Yeah, maybe I will start. Thank you for having us. So when was it? About a week ago, I think. I was cooking and I just got this, okay, the three of us, we need to be your guests. And you know, I never act so quickly, but I just wrote to them first to ask, and then I wrote to Morgan, and I'm like, okay, you know, now if all four of us in all different places can coordinate, then it's meant to be. And it ended up in the 4-4.
Yeah.
A big day.
Yeah.
Actually, I will just make this introduction how this began, because about 2 weeks ago, bit more than 2 weeks ago, we did like a global ceremony. It was 16 of us sisters. We gathered on a Zoom call from like all different places: Glastonbury, Egypt, Bali, New York, another place in the US, and then we had Norway, and then me, Portugal, and Germany, Japan.
Yeah.
I hope I didn't miss something. And we did a very powerful, very, very powerful ceremony. And it seemed also that we kind of remembered or met again in some kind of a council of sisters. It was just very, very, very strong what we did, and it activated something for us. And the ceremony that we did, we opened the portal and we did a global womb clearing, and we did a clearing of the last distortions in the masculine template. These are just two that's maybe main things. And I don't know, that just opened something very big for all of us, and I think also on a wider level. But yeah, maybe one of you can take now. I'm doing my best to speak because the energy.
You know what? That resonates a lot with what Morgan and I have been getting. We did a show a few days ago, I think maybe last weekend, and we talked about the 12 days from the equinox forward, and this was our biggest expansion that we've ever had. And then since then, we're going to do another show tonight. So you know, if she's coming on, that it's got to be, you know, resonating and in alignment. But what I'm getting at is what you just described has been what's really been coming in, that she's been picking up on, and you know, she pretty much brings it down like most of the feminine energy, and I get bits and pieces, you know, as we discuss things. But what's happening, what she's been pulling down is that the last pieces of the false masculine are gone. She said last night the floor's been pulled out from under him. I've been working on myself in that regard for a long time. I can kind of see what's happening. I went through a lot of physical body integration for the past 2 days. Really kind of orgasmic at times and just really kind of crazy. But then the other part of it too is that the divine feminine energy, which is mostly represented obviously by female incarnations, is coming out now, is you know, is coming out and comfortable in her own skin and no longer threatened. And I think that's kind of what I'm getting, that you guys kind of connected on. Go ahead, who's next?
I'll go next.
I knew you were. I was telepathically saying Henrietta.
Thanks, Todd. Yeah, thanks again for having me. And I know it's been a while. It just hasn't been time yet. And it's been really a divine orchestration to show up with beautiful Maja and Kaia, because we've known about each other, but we haven't had much to do with each other up until a few weeks ago when they invited me into this ceremony, and I just happened to be at the pyramids. So when we actually did this ceremony, it was really amplified in quite a large way. I've been at the pyramids for about 10 days. And it just felt so massive having this group come together completely organically, less than 24 hours notice.
Wow.
And do this powerful ceremony. It was for new moon. So I think that was around the 26th of March. And what we were feeling also with that clearing of the last distortions was an opening to anchoring the new template, or the new ancient template for humanity and for Gaia. And so this is something I know many of us have been working at for some time, especially in my work in sacred leadership, seeding all around the planet, and, you know, opening these portals and stargates for this anchoring in the different locations at different times. So I'm really honored and grateful to be on with you right now at this time on the 4th of April, 2020, to anchor the foundations for this and ripple it out.
Right on. Thank you. Kaya, what's
And
going
thank-
on in Valley?
Oh, it's been a lot. So yeah, thank you so much for having us. It's really great to be here. I've been seeing this for a while. But yeah, now it's happening. So what you described, what Morgan was saying, was kind of also in my world.
Yeah.
So the distortion of the last distorted masculine energy was clear, and we did this last week. And what I, like 2 days ago, I received the message while I was drawing the code for a man, that the divine protector of the Holy Grail and divine union are awakening to their highest calling now.
Yeah.
So now it's the process of aligning and integrating of the new codes, but it's the way, the path is free.
Yeah.
So it's cleared, all it's clear.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm getting chills. I'm getting chills because there's no
And I'm
coincidence.
burning.
Yeah, there's no coincidences.
Yeah.
So what I picked up on, and I picked up on it before, but as you were saying this, it all started coming back, which was this, God, I'm trying to think of the right word, but I can't, but I'm talking about something most likely Pleiadian to some of the, like the Essenes, the Jesus Magdalene bloodline, the Cathars, Druids. I mean, there's like this movement that was protected. When you said protector, that set me up too. That protected this feminine energy that was being suppressed, basically the true wisdom. Some people call it Sophia, and there was what was coming in. And I just remembered this. I didn't talk to Morgan about this this morning. I got up at 5:30, and it had to do with the moon. It had to do with the goddess. It had to do with the menstrual cycle of a woman, including rituals of like using, digesting her blood. It was a sacrament. It was sacred. And then also the practice, I guess, would be like Helios Gamos, where these priestesses in all of these different movements and organizations would actually merge with the men, the leaders, or something like that. And this was all coming in this morning. I'm like, what is this all about? I know some of this stuff hanging around Morgan, but it just feels right to say it right now. It's like when you said the sisterhood, the circle, or you recognize each other, that really resonates. It's like you guys are stepping up now. It's the world's ready now.
Yeah.
I hope that helps.
I feel that we've really stepped into our full power now.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
no more hiding, nothing. We're just full on and showing up and just, yeah, lit.
And you know, besides that, what I received also after, before, during, after the ceremony was that this distortion that was put in the feminine template of, you know, competition and jealousy and the feeling that there is not enough space for all of us, that we need to fight that 1-2 spots, and then we cannot allow any other woman to come next, that this is cleared, because this experience that I had in the circle when we did the ceremony, 16 of us, I mean, I had already beautiful experiences in women's circles before, but this was another layer. It was just every woman was holding all the other women unconditionally, without, you know, wanting to stand out, without, like, nothing. We were just there holding space for each other, and that created such a strong portal energy that nothing else was necessary.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that is what I got was that this is one of the big powers of the feminine, when we sit in a circle, but really sovereignty and, like, just really, we are here to do what we need to do. And then it happens like this, very easily, immediately. And this is now open again, because this was locked until now for the feminine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That feels right. I spent yesterday, because so 2 nights ago, an energy came in when we you know, connected when we go to bed, and I should say it this way: 3 nights ago, and I talked about this on the show with Laura Eisen or somebody yesterday, but 3 nights ago, this reptilian energy came into the room, and it was a very much a respectful, honorable, reverent atmosphere. There was no fear, there was no lack of love. And they basically said, and again, this is an energetic experience or explanation, they just said, and to me it represented the patriarchal, represented the distortion. They said, we've completed our role here, there's nothing we can do anymore. The love frequency has raised so high we can't even be here anymore. We had to do this. This was our role. It wasn't always easy, but we've now completed this, so we're no longer going to be here. So then the next night was 2 nights ago. An energy, I could feel it in my root and my sacral. And I said to Morgan, what the hell is that? And she said, just feel into it. And then it presented to her many, many faces of the true divine masculine. And the one that stepped up referred to himself as Adonis, who then explained that I'm a compilation of all the true masculine that could not come to the earth, that could not anchor into the earth until that energy had left that came to us the night before. And so it merged with us. Mine continued through yesterday, and I was basically laying in the bed trying to, like, get a hold of it and, you know, trying to, like, move it up my chakras and get it out of my lower chakras. And it was quite funny, actually. And but my point is that made sense to me, that the reptilian energy left and the new divine masculine could now come in, because obviously the divine feminine has stepped in her power, you know. So now it's the other side. Now it's our turn.
Yeah. And this morning, just following on, Todd, this morning I did a 444 meditation at 4 a.m. in the morning from here in Cairo. And what was coming through was divine neutrality.
Yes.
So really pure,
Yes.
incredibly pure. And I saw a white and a black eagle circling above in harmony, in true balance. And that feels like that's anchoring today.
Yes. That night that the reptilian energy came in 3 nights ago, what's starting to happen when we connect, what's starting to happen a little bit is there's an alignment happening, telepathy, or I'm not really sure how to describe it, but I start to get information as we lay down, and then when she starts to say what it is, because I usually will ask her, because I really don't know what it is, then she'll tell me, and it brings me some validation. So there's something happening with the masculine and feminine frequencies becoming or one or something. I can't really explain it. But what happened that night, before she said what it was, because all I could see was a lot of pixels and some green orb looking thing. But before I said anything to her, I heard the words in my head, and they said, "You," meaning any of us, you are the center of neutrality for all timelines and all dimensions. And I got that message, and that's what it felt like. It felt like what you said. Like we are the center of it all, Pleiadian, Anunnaki, rifts will integrate and balance. All things will balance and integrate and align.
Yes.
Based on what we do. Which,
yes.
Yeah. And I don't know if you guys, because I'm just going to say this and then let y'all take it and try to. So another thing that we were talking last night about everything that was happening, which is along the lines of what you guys were talking about with the masculine, the feminine. And she said that she actually said this 2 or 3 weeks ago, the men are about to go through hell. That's what she said. I said, well, I hope I've done enough work that I don't have to go through it, unless it's with ease and grace, which it's been so far. But she said this is all going to climax Easter. How do y'all feel about Easter?
Yeah, I feel like we're collectively going through a death and resurrection process.
Yeah.
On a mass scale. So yeah, Easter definitely feels like a culmination point of that. I'm not sure how it will look or play out on the collective level, but it just feels like a time of, really cocooning and going within to allow that death of self and shedding, which is not always comfortable.
Yes. Yeah.
And something that I want to just mention for everybody who's watching, we are transmitting, like, even as we speak, the transmission, like, it's like the 4 of us, what I'm seeing, we are holding this portal, and it's just flowing through. We are transmitting very strongly. So if you are watching, just tune into this stream, because this is all the new codes, new activations, like new, all of this, what we are talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. I just feel like that, these seem to be the 2 things. I always say this to Morgan, like, what else can there be after this? There's always something, but that the real goddess energy, the divine feminine, whatever, is really stepping out just like this. And that false masculine, which we're already seeing in the institutions that are crumbling and all that, is gone. It's gone. That won't play anymore. It's the divine marriage externalized, basically.
Yeah, totally. And I just felt to share with that the 3 into 1. And so, the 3 of us, the Trinity of women, we're coming together. But Todd, you're forming the 4th pillar. for this, and as a space holder, as a protector and a guardian, which is the new role for the masculine. Yeah.
I'm honored to be here as you're saying that. I really am. Thank you.
Yeah. So I just felt to realize that because in the geometry of it, that's what it feels like. And you know, it's this the role of the guardian and the masculine, and holding that space so the feminine can fully step into her power and open fully.
Yes. Yeah. It's so strange how everything plays out in front of you. You know, like as we've all expanded, you know, you can take a walk up the street and, you know, a bird flies by you when you have a question or confirmation, synchronicities, license plate numbers, whatever, right? So we have a practice when things are busy, you know, that we'll watch like Outlander or watch a series or a movie to process, and they always have the right message. They always fall in line. So last night was really interesting because I spent the whole day not talking to her, laying in bed, trying to figure out if I was going to die or have some kind of, or like, you know, go into heaven and ascend, or I don't know what was going to happen. And so what happened was we ended up watching this series Vikings, and we usually watch 3 or 4 episodes, but this time I could only watch 1. Through the whole episode, it was all about the masculine getting tore down and about her power. And it was so fascinating because at the end of the show, energetically, this is an energetic example, this abusive ruler, he was Earl, started abusing publicly his wife. So she was pretty tough. So he was going to basically humiliate her in front of his people. And she turned around and stabbed him in the head. And so this guy gets up with a sword, and you think he's going to kill her, but he ends up chopping off the man's head, who was threatening her, even though he wasn't quite dead. So that was a really interesting thing to go to. And then in the backyard, Morgan put out a bunch of food for the animals. And there's this possum, and he walks up to the mound of popcorn, and he's eating the popcorn. And I just said out of the blue, I said, that's the perfect representation, because she had said something earlier, which was he has to go to the womb to find his seed, which with the transmission we got last night, which I even spoke, which I don't usually speak it tonight, was basically that all his information is coming from her.
Yeah.
You know, if in other words, if God has a gender, God's a woman. It only makes sense. You know what I mean? And then the creation is expanded through his love for her. Something along those lines. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I'd just like to add to that, and, you know, quite controversial to say it, but I will say it, that, you know, some believe the feminine comes first.
Yeah.
And that's not a, you know, better than or hierarchical at all. Yeah. It's just, you know, creation.
That's right.
And universe, you know, it's no competition, or it just is. And with the chopping off of the head that you were describing, I feel like that's also part of the masculine. Like, you have to lose your mind to fully drop to the heart and then create that circuitry back and forth. So I think that's actually what's happening for a lot of people right now. The head is just getting chopped.
Yeah.
For the good.
Yes. Yeah. And yeah, and you know, just to back you up, I mean, we usually have a review every day, and she just came out before the show and she said, do you want to have a tea and have a review? And then so she got her tea, sat down, and she said, well, I said, well, you start. She said, no, you start. I said, what's there to say? It is what it is. And that's exactly what I was talking about. What I was talking about was he gets his information from her. He gets his life force from her. And it's not about hierarchy, like you said. It's just the way it is. It just is what it is.
It's like the earth. It's like Gaia. You know, we receive from Gaia, Mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there. Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say that we were talking now about, how the feminine is leading the way, basically, for the masculine. But let's also say that when the feminine really feels safe, that's when she can really blossom. You were saying this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the harmony, the balance. Like it's all coming together now. What we've been seeing for years in visions, right? And we were anchoring something that we don't really know. And okay, maybe we still don't know it yet by experience, but it's starting. It's happening already.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, I've seen this 4 years ago when we met in Bali, Maja. When the feminine, like, it was shown to me, the whole design, and it's so simple, but look how long we needed to come to
Yeah.
this point. And it's when the feminine is fully healed and standing in her power, and really holding space for the masculine, he will join immediately. And then they are like two pillars standing firm,
Yeah.
but co-creating.
Yeah.
And we are at this point now because I've seen 2 nights ago, I've seen the masculine really emerging, like from the depths out, like from the deep ocean, dark deep ocean, coming out into the light, and it's like rebirth.
Yes.
And it feels like that. It's like really joining and really realizing that we are the creators, and he needs to protect us and support us and really surrender to us.
Well, 2 nights ago is when that happened. What I said earlier about that Adonis and all the true divine masculine archetypes, all contained within him, came. So it's the same time that you brought. We have a couple of questions. You guys want to take some questions and just go around the horn? For you guys, these are for you, not me. So Jess is asking. He's asking, could you ask the sisters what men can do for Gaia? I've been hearing her cry for a long time. It brings me to tears. I pray, but I feel like I'm not doing enough. What can men do?
I'm just receiving love the mother. So really, really it's about the mother and the dynamic that, we've all had some issues with our own mothers and the mother wound, and looking at that and just being with her, being in nature, being with Gaia and honoring her and connecting.
Yeah.
Consciously.
Yes. Yeah, that's a key word, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kaya, you got any comments on that?
Just feeling it, just feeling the Gaia. That's enough. It's not about doing, it's just being, connecting and feeling. Surrendering to it, because she's our mother, so just supporting her.
Yeah.
Is the feminine way.
Yeah.
Doing to be, surrendering. Yeah, so there is, nothing to do really.
Yeah.
But surrender to, and I think really honor the mother and honor the feminine. Just that.
Yeah. So
and
there's
also,
a lot. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to add to that also, just honoring the natural cycles and the cosmic cycles and the natural law. I think that's really what we're stepping into now as a collective. As the old patriarchal structures crumble, we will be looking at cosmic law and natural law.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I've been drinking this Kool-Aid for 4.5 years since I met her. So I totally get it. Although it's been quite a journey, and I know it has been for the women too. So there obviously the wisdom is available to be anchored in women like you and people like you are around the world anchoring this energy. And I'm talking about what happened to Kaya 2 nights ago, what happened to us, whether it be the dissolution of the false masculine or the rise of the true feminine. So as you're anchoring this stuff in individually, how is that affecting you? Is it affecting you guys? And do you think how is it affecting the collective? You want to start with that, Henrietta?
Yeah, look, it deeply affects me. I feel everything in the body. So I feel the earth movements, the earthquakes, the volcanoes, before they happen, when they happen. So yeah, I consciously use my body as a conduit to anchor the cosmic frequencies into the planet. That's part of my work, and yeah, deeply feel everything. And the last few weeks I've had to take a lot of time to rest and really sit on the earth and use my tools like Epsom salt baths, oils, lots of meditation, and transmuting pieces for myself and the collective. It's since I've been here, it's become almost full-time doing that.
Yeah. Maja?
Yeah.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah. So for me, I'm very grateful that it's not super physical anymore. In the past years, it was very much like, really, I felt everything through the body. I still feel it, but it's not so strong that it would incapacitate me as before. But I am taking much more time for my practice because I feel I just need to be 100% just in my pillar of life, in my.
Yeah.
And what I had in the past 2 weeks was just creating a lot. Like I've never created so much. I'm guided to post every day. I created a bunch of meditations. Like one day last week, I was in a creative rampage. I just had to record activations, meditations, and then I was working till 3 in the morning to put everything on the page and to share it. Because I'm so strongly guided to support people right now.
Yeah.
To help them anchor, because a lot of people don't understand what's happening now. We are all affected. Everybody is feeling this, even if they don't realize what's happening. So for me, okay, I'm doing my thing. I have to go to nature every day. I'm really cooking now my meals every day with the situation. Eating really healthy. I'm not sleeping enough. I sleep more. Yeah, for me, really big was this creating and just being out there to support people in their process. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Kaya?
Yeah, I'm also feeling pretty much all. Although last year kind of a little bit calmed down with feeling all the earth movement, like earthquakes and stuff. Thank God. But yeah, last 2 weeks, not sleeping much.
Yeah.
It's like 24/7 work all the time. And for me, it's always happening in a way that like that I have to see in my, like in form in front of me what's happening in the collective. So I've seen last 2 weeks big last battle between darkness and the light.
Yeah.
Because the darkness was kind of trying to, like, this last attack to prevent this divine union and like to hold back the distorted masculine, not to join us. So I think that like in front of my, like in my life, but I've seen that it's happening on the greater scale. And it's been amazing because after we won, like, how can I say, but it was this sense of freedom and such bliss that I haven't experienced yet in my life.
Wow.
I was literally high on bliss for 2 days.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful. And as Maja said, like before I was kind of like not so much on Facebook, just like really working with the code and drawing this. But now last 2 weeks, I was just like this and this and that, calling in people. So it's like, yeah, we need to stand here. We need to show up. We need to just be and co-create. And yeah, it's been amazing journey for the last 2 weeks. Very hard, but also very beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I know all three of you have been pulling down sacred wisdom for a long time, like a lot of women around this world, you know, that have been leading the way. And everybody, I guess, has a piece of the puzzle. I feel like I'm talking to three Morgans right now. So I'm kind of having a struggle, like, what do I ask? But is there something that you have individually that you can share? Like, is there something that you're going to be expanding on, like in your role, that you bring to the table? You know, this sacred wisdom or practices or anything like that? Does that make sense? You know, on an individual level, is there something that you're going to be coming out with or expanding? You want to start, Henrietta?
Yeah, thank you. Well, I've been working at it for some time, but my thing is sacred leadership. So being an emissary of sacred leadership, which I describe as having 3 pillars, which came through as very specific in part of my journey. So I decided to put it together and then, offer coaching, mentoring, membership site, and actually create a movement from sacred leadership for those that are called. And the 3 pillars are sacred mission, planetary grid work, and divine union. And how these intersect.
Very
so that's
cool.
That is my journey, my mission, and what I'm incarnated to do. And this has also brought Kaya and Maja and myself together, I believe, in this Trinity formation, because the logo and the symbol is the Trinity, and it's Trinity consciousness. And it really is these pieces right now that we've been talking about, this sacred knowledge coming forth.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah. Maja, is it one and the same? It sounds similar to what you've been trying to do.
You know, it is. I think all 3 of us, in essence, we do the same thing, but we serve different people, let's say. So my message mainly is essence, you know, embodying your essence, really meeting your essence. And that means everything that you are in your human aspect, but also accepting your higher aspects, merging within you, your feminine and masculine, creating from that union of all the aspects. This is my thing, embodying your essence. And and still, you know, I have temple, and it has grown a bit, and it's such an amazing space, and this is what I'm anchoring there. And because I rewrote the page, it was so interesting, actually, just, I don't know, like 10 days or 2 weeks ago, just before our ceremony. And I was writing, you know, just what was coming to me, the temple carries the golden codes of the earth. And I think like all of us, we are, you know, the activators, the carriers of golden codes. And this is what I call the temple. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting downloaded listening to y'all. I thought I was going to have an easy day today. And what about you, Kaya? Are you tied in with them too?
No, I'm working with source codes, but drawing them. So I'm bringing through personal source codes for people that are connecting them to their origins and everything. They have keys, light language, everything that's activating their DNA. The gifts that are ready to come back online, their ancient wisdom and knowledge.
Yeah.
And I've been working a lot now with also drawing the code for soul work for people, because they are stepping up and they want to have like logo that represents their essence, but also that activates people that have soul contracts to work with them.
Yeah.
So this is one thing. And then another one is, it's been in the making for a couple of years, but it wasn't the time yet. And now I feel we're there. So it's creating cards, but only with the codes. So it's no words, nothing, just the frequency echo in the code. So this is kind of happening behind when I have time, because like it's a lot of energy and work for me to anchor for one code, and then drawing it, it's like 2 to 3 days for one. So it's not just like something, but it's serious energy work for me. Yeah, I'm getting better, like faster, but it's still a lot. It depends also for who I'm working for, but yeah, this is my main calling right now.
Beautiful. So what was this? What was the circle exactly? Were you guys in a Zoom chat room?
Oh,
and
Zoom.
A Zoom call? And was it like a meditation, or what was it? Silence? Was it?
It was a ceremony.
Ceremony?
Henrietta opened it from Egypt. And then basically each of the women shared, or, you know, I don't know if everyone shared, some were holding space, some shared something that was coming through. We did also light language activation. On my part, I know I did the light language activation. And yeah, and then Henrietta also closed the ceremony from the pyramids.
Oh.
Pyramids at the time.
We also opened a portal, Maja.
Yes, yeah.
all in a day's work. It's multi-dimensional, multitask. Do you guys want to do something now? You guys feel like doing something now? It feels right to me, but I'll leave it up to you guys.
Maja,
yeah.
So I think so, yeah. But I see myself as channeling the light language.
Mm-hmm.
I will join you. Yeah. And Henrietta, who will open and close?
Okay, I open. Okay. So just taking a few deep breaths, centering in your heart space, sending your grounding cord to the center of Gaia, the diamond core. Bringing that energy up through the body and out through the crown, creating a torus field around your body. Opening up the crown now and bringing in source energy from the galactic center, down through your crown, into your body, out through the soles of your feet, and into the diamond core of Gaia. Calling in the angels, spirit guides, interdimensional and intergalactic beings, ancestors, past, present, and future, to be with us now. Opening the Mother Arc portal, the aquamarine ray, the 13th gate, here in Egypt.
Asheate seata, akeata teate, arasheate seaki, taya eate akate, seata kiata.
Kashkia tata. Iala kata kula kaneta kala kashki. Inanta la kata uta la kita la kashkia la a. Ianta alai kita tata.
And I just want to add this for everybody who is watching. It's time now. We have been waiting for this moment. You can show up in your essence. It's safe now, and you are needed as you are, without effort, just being you.
And with that, I'd like to add, welcome home. I'd just like to add or invite you all to focus your energy on the second pyramid at the Great Pyramids of Giza. This pyramid is very special, and I've seen it covered in gold. It's a beautiful amplification station and a beautiful focus to bring through this new energy of joy.
And I would just add that it's now time for the golden ones to return to Earth. Area sheta ke eaketa, eata ke shete, ayaketeate, arashe eakate, eate sa, akeate tate, ate eate. Okay. And exhale.
Anai kata tukala kana takash. Iana la kata tua kana tata. Ila kata kala kotia kana kala kita tara satai tutoa.
Feeling complete now to close down the portal. Coming back into your body, into your heart space. Coming back into the room. And just giving so much gratitude for this opportunity for us to come together now at this unprecedented moment in time to share and anchor together. Thank you.
Thank you. Wow. Maja, we didn't even get to talk about sacred sex like we usually do. Oh my God, I'm chilled all over. You know, what I love about what's happening with our whole experience is you have experiences like this, and you don't even know what happened. You know, you can't even explain what it is I'm feeling, but it's there. It's there. I'm so happy you guys came on today. If you guys want to do it again, let me know. Let Morgan know. And if you guys need any help expanding awareness of what you're doing, let me know. We'll be glad to help.
Thanks so much.
Would love to collaborate with y'all again, individually and together.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, it's so nice to see this divine feminine energy coming out. I feel it. Like this is it. This is really it. So beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Todd. Thanks, ladies.
Until the next time.
Talk
I don't want to leave. See y'all.
Bye.
Take care.